Jean-Gabriel, we are in your beautiful new gallery here in Paris, near Champs-Élysées, near l'Élysée, where the Lalanne are well shown. So how can we explain the success, the actual success of Lalanne in a period of great trouble?
First, I think that the style of Lalanne, related with the French taste, is very important in the relation with the people of taste, architects, decorateurs, and the great collectors. It built a really solid relation with those people of high taste. Then, the number of works available create a real desire on the market, because the variety, the number and the variety of the works on the market is very important to sustain the market. Then, as they had, Lalanne, the best collectors in the world, following leaders like Peter Marino, built a strong value. And this value is not fading because of the success of the relation between Lalanne and the desire of the other collectors. Some of the most important collectors and people of high taste built a reputation for Lalanne and the desire for the rest of the rich people in the world. So it's a market really a part of a normal market, and it's a kind of island where you find the best and the most wealthy people of the world, and they don't resist to Lalanne. I cannot explain exactly the reason, but I know that it's because the style of Lalanne, the invention of Lalanne, the refinement of Lalanne, the fact that they represent the actual French taste is so important in the relation with the world of art.
So it's a paradox, because as they produced a lot, it's better for the market.
Yes, they did produce a lot. No more production for sure now.
Yes.
The studio is closed. But the number of works and the variety is very important. And the variety in price also, because you have small works, big works, important jewels. So they are always present in the auctions because of the variety of the works. And that's create really a permanent presence of Lalanne in the auctions, in the galleries, because we do many exhibitions, in the museums also, because they had some exhibitions, and recently in the States. And the collection of Peter Marino is well known now also. The outdoor exhibition, the outdoor collection is very important. He did a show last year where I did a lecture in his museum in Southampton. And all this built a real strong market for Lalanne.
And you happened to know them very early on, and they were very successful, and they liked the success, right?
They were successful at the beginning of their career, thanks to Alexandre Violas.
In end of the 60s.
They started in the 60s, and high decorators like Jacques Grange, Francois were really working for them, really, because they were fan of Lalanne. Mm-hmm. And they start collection of Saint Laurent, with Pauline Carpitas for those, and
they like the success, right?
And the success, yes, they keep on the success for a long time, because the circle of the best, the circle of the first collectors were really strong already. Agnelli, for instance.
And there's a beautiful story about when they were beginning. They were living Impasse Ronsin near Montparnasse, and their neighbor was Brancusi, so chic.
Yes, absolutely. Impasse Ronsin, during 3 years at least, Brancusi could not cook. He was alone, not always, he had some visits, but he was alone for lunch. Normally he could not cook, so Claude did the cook for Brancusi almost every day, she told me, almost every day. So he had a great influence on Francois. And Francois really close, he was already influenced by the Egyptian art, and then with Brancusi, he really saw how to reduce the lines, to do a minimal art on the figurative sculptures, like he did on the animals. And then he's the first to invent this relation with a sculpture you can use. Sculpture with a use, that's very important.
But it's a very nice part of the artistry, quite unknown, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Merci, monsieur.